Hello all, you are on the channel. The top. Dhobi Ghat in Mumbai, the world's largest laundry room. Washing clothes for most people in the civilized world has long been an everyday ritual. Open the hatch of the washing machine, throw in a few dirty clothes, pour detergent into the tray, turn a few knobs, and go to work. However, there are still many places in the world where laundry is still hard manual labor that involves millions of people. In Central Asia, such places are called Dhobi Ghat. Dhobi is a group of communities in India whose traditional occupations are washing, drying, ironing, and repairing clothes. It is a large community of one of the lower castes, living in northern, central, western, and eastern India, also in Bangladesh, Pakistan, Nepal, and Sri Lanka. The word Dhobi is derived from the Hindi word dhona, which means to wash. According to one legend, the Dhobi are descendants of the mythological hero Veerbhadra, whom Shiva ordered to wash the clothes of all people as punishment for killing a large number of inhabitants during the Daksha Yajna, so the South Indian Dhobi are often called Veerbhadrans. There are several Dhobi Ghats in Mumbai, one of which, the Mahalakshmi Dhobi Ghat, is considered the largest open-air laundry in the world. Mahalakshmi Dhobi Ghat was listed every day for 18 to 20 hours. More than 8,000 people wash, chop, clean, dye and bleach clothes in concrete tubs, dry them on ropes, carefully iron them with coal and electric irons and distribute them to various parts of the city. More than 100,000 pieces of clothing are washed here every day. Some prosperous Dhobi have switched from hand washing to mechanical washing by purchasing electric washers and dryers. Dhobis collect clothes from all over Mumbai, from Kolaba to Virar. Their biggest customers are clothing merchants, restaurants, hospitals, and mid-sized hotels and clubs. Mahalakshmi Dhobi Ghat is an entire residential area of about 10 hectares, compactly populated by about 300 Dhobi families who have passed on their craft from generation to generation. You can't just become a Dhobi, you have to be born one. Families are a kind of clans with members of the same family name. Marriages within the same clan are not allowed. The Dhobi Ghat in Mumbai dates back to the late 19th century. It came into being thanks to the British, who needed their uniforms and underwear washed during the East India Company, and paid Indian laundresses for their services. Since then, laundry technology has not changed much. The laundry is washed by hand in concrete tubs using soap nut, berry of the soap tree genus Sapindus, as a detergent. That is why the service, as it was more than 100 years ago, is priced at a mere penny, 5 to 10 rupees per item of clothing. The only consumables at Dhobi Ghat are water and electricity, which the government provides free of charge. Many social institutions and low-income people find it more profitable to bring items here than to buy washing machines and powders. Only the men do the laundry, and the women do the housework. The men have been at work for a long time, while the women are just waking up and cleaning up. Of the 8,000 workers, about 3,000 live right here. The living conditions are hardly comfortable. Dhobi Ghat is the same slum as neighboring Dharavi. Each family has its own regulars. The Dhobis never mix up or lose things given away for laundry. It's a matter of family prestige. The Dhobis have a clear division of labor, which ensures fast, almost conveyorized work. One specializes only in soaking, another in beating, a third in drying or ironing. This allows Dhobi to achieve a high degree of professionalism and productivity. The center of any Dhobi Ghat is a grid of concrete tubs in which laundry is soaked, washed, and beaten. 100 years ago, things soaked in the river were beaten with force against the stones, and nothing has changed since then. True, instead of the river there is now a central water supply. Some of the tubs are used for bleaching and dyeing with natural dyes like indigo. If your favorite jeans turn white in a few such washes, they will be restored to their former blue. One can only guess how many washings by beating on the concrete bathtub rim things can withstand. Not to mention the hard brushes for delicate washing. It's true that more and more people are washing with machines these days because of the growing wealth of the Dhobi. The washed clothes are sent to the dryer. This is handled by individuals. A very interesting technique for attaching things to stretched ropes. The corners are clamped into the strands twisted together, so no clothespins are needed. After drying, the clothes are sent for ironing. Not so long ago, this was done with coal irons. Now you can see electric irons more and more often. Worn-out clothes can be repaired right here. The work of the local seamstresses is fully automated. The entire process takes 3 days, after which the customer can receive his clothes. In recent years, life in Dhobi Ghat has changed rapidly. More and more electric washing and drying machines are appearing. Tourists who pay for guided tours of Dhobi Ghat are also contributing to the improvement in living and working conditions, for it has become almost impossible to walk through the laundry corridor without a guide. They've built an observation deck on the bridge over the railroad tracks from where you can watch the life of the huge laundromat. It's free. You can only get inside the Dhobi Ghat through the official entrances, where you are greeted by people who have already been trained. It is very difficult to refuse to pay a voluntary donation and go on without a guide. The amount of the charitable payment is not negotiated at the beginning, so you are likely to be shocked by the amount requested after the tour. But through fierce bargaining it is possible to agree on 1,500 to 2,000 rupees for 2 people, as I did. We can only hope that the guide's words that all the money goes to the development of Dhobi Ghat are true.